Okay guys, so for the first examples, I want to look at two examples first, number 6 and number 10. We'll look at these two and then we'll look at two more on the next video. Okay, so for the first one, we got y equals x squared plus 1 and y equals 4x plus 1. So it looks like right here, this is going to be a parabola and this is going to be a line. So we could expect that we could either get maybe place two places where they cross, because if we had a parabola crossing a line, we could have two places. If the line was scooted down a little bit, we could have it maybe just one place, something like that. Where they cross, so you might see, two places, one place, who knows. So let's see how we can do this. So a nice way to do this one is, if you see I got y equals x squared plus 1 and I got y equals 4x plus 1. So this equals y and this equals y. Both of these are equal to each other. So what I can do is they both equal the same thing, so they must be equal to each other. Or you can think about it, I'm going to plug in x squared plus 1 for y right here. And then what we can end up doing is we can just say this equals this. Since they both equal y, they both equal each other. So you got x squared plus 1 equals 4x plus 1. And now we just got to solve this. Okay. Now let me solve a quadratic, get everything over to one side. So we'll do x squared. We'll subtract the 4x minus 4x, and then we'll subtract the 1, so we just get nothing, equals 0. So we get x squared minus 4x equals 0. Then we can go ahead and factor this. So we'll factor out the x. So x minus 4 equals 0. And just like before, we set each one of these equal to 0. So x equals 0. X minus 4 equals 0. This should not be too new of anything. And then we got that's one solution, and then x minus 4, so we get plus 4 to both sides, so we get x is 4. So those are our two solutions. So we're going to have 2 points, and these are the x values for each of those points. Okay. So the first one is x equals 0. The second one is x equals 4. So what we're going to do is we're just going to plug in 0 and 4 separately into one of these equations. I'm going to use we'll use this first one. Looks like it's a little bit easier. So y equals x squared plus 1 and y equals x squared plus 1. So we're going to plug in 0. We're going to plug in these two x values we found into these, and then we'll find our y values. So plug in 0 here, so y equals 0 squared plus 1. So y equals 1. So this right here gives us the point 0, 1. That's one point where the two functions cross. The two equations cross. And then now we have, I'm going to plug in 4 here, so y equals 4 squared plus 1. So y equals 16 plus 1, so y equals 17. So here we have the point 4, 17. And so those are our two solutions right there. That's a point, that's a point. So the point 0, 1 and the point 4, 17. And that's how that works. And then now let's go ahead and look at number 10.